This is Radio Now 95.3 FM. Come for the news, stay for informed conversations.
An unspecified number abducted during a reprisal attack by gunmen on several villages in Maru, local government area of Zamfara state. The Nigerian army had executed an operation on the 3rd of May to dislodge bandits in Talata, Marfara and Kaura Namode local government areas, and in the process killed 5 high-profile bandit kingpins. Joining the conversation this morning to provide us a clearer picture of what happened is Amadu Meshanu, a journalist in the state. Mr. Meshanu, good morning. Thank you very much for joining us on the conversation.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Can you give us sort of the latest report out of Maru local government as far as this conversation is concerned?
Kevin, I think what is happening in Maru is almost on a daily basis. So it happening there on the 3rd of May, as being reported, was not the first time such things is happening there. But I think the authorities there are yet to speak on the incident. I don't know why. But similar incident happened last month in the same local government area when the military launched an attack to some various communities. So the bandits normally came and either attack those communities or they impose levies to punish them for providing information to the military.
So, Mr. Mishan, you've said that the authorities haven't said anything, but if we go to these villages in particular, because sometimes we have the heads of the communities, whether it's the district or even the villages themselves, they speak on it. Have any of them said anything, addressed the press on this latest attack?
I doubt so. Because maybe they are now they are currently feeling the pain of the attack. So none of them have spoken up to now from the village and from the state government.
So that essentially means that we can't really corroborate how many people were killed and how many have been abducted.
Yes, maybe that will come later. After when such attack happens, so many people are leaving their villages. They are fleeing their towns because they didn't know what will happen because they are living under the mercy of the armed bandits. So the security agencies are not always there to protect them. So nobody is willing to talk. When you see when you have that 12 people were killed or 10, it means that the bandits when they change, they select people that they consider a threat to them, or those that are providing information to the military. They actually pick adults or some other people that they consider they may be vocal enough to tell the military this is what is happening here, this is what is happening there.
So, part of the framing of this, part of what we've heard is that this latest attack in Maru was a reprisal attack. So essentially it's coming after the military had killed up to 5, they say it's 5 kingpins of bandit groups that they killed. This was just sometime early last week, so this is the first few days of May. Can you speak to us about the sort of whether at all it's evident that these bandit groups are actually losing major players? Is that coming through in any way in these communities that are typically attacked?
Yes, as you have said it, the bandits are losing many of their figures. But let me tell you one thing about this operation. Bandits believe that once we kill any of them, so they must certainly revenge that killing. So they are doing it in a very different way. For example, what happened last month, April, in Maru, and some Maru. So what the military went there and raised some of their head of the several of them. So the bandits later came and invited various communities in the area that they should come for meeting. So this is how we are going to. They invited for the meeting, and they later imposed levy on the communities, telling them that you get the military information about our area, so we are going to pay so amount if you want to continue staying here. So I think it's now a normal thing. Once the military attack them, they will find a way of preventing that attack through the locals.
Whenever they enter into these agreements with the bandit groups, does it typically work? Are the villagers then safer after they've agreed?
Yes, because whenever they enter such an agreement with the bandits, the villagers will either pay the money and stay there safely, or they vacate the area.
Mm. In all of this, what is so we're not talking about this latest attack now. I'm looking at the general state of security in Zamfara, and the question really is what Governor Dauda Lawal is doing that is somewhat different, if at all it is different from his predecessor, and whether the fact that the governor is doing something is being complemented by the Minister of State for Defense, who happens to have been the most recent governor of Zamfara State.
Yes, from the look of things, no governor can just sit down and watch his people being killed without doing anything. So I think when he came on board, he formed a formidable community protection guards for the state. So he paid them monthly, and they are doing their best. They are doing their best in terms of providing information and being proactive to bandit attack. He has been doing his best, but as you know, in Nigeria, you can't say that the government is the chief security of the state. I think that is just in the paper. I think that alone they cannot ask the military or the police to go and confront bandits in a place.
Right.
While he has the information available.
So, Mr. Meshano, I wonder if you can speak directly to what sort of successes have been recorded, especially in this conversation in the state. What exactly has the governor been able to achieve as far as stemming the tide of insecurity is concerned?
The governor, I think, they have achieved a lot solely by providing the accurate information to security agencies, and the military are also responding.
Mr. Meshano, thank you very much for your time on this conversation. Maru Meshano is a journalist in Zamfara State who joined us this morning to speak on a reported attack on Maru, local government area in the state, which saw 12 people killed and an unspecified number abducted. This was during a reprisal attack by gunmen who were reacting to the killing of 5 high-profile bandit kingpins by members or elements of the Nigerian army during an operation on the 3rd of May.
This is Radio Now 95.3 FM. Come for the news, stay for informed conversations.